Who the fuck is this ginger man?
That Queens of Stone Age got something new coming up?
Do they?
No.
I was going to say, like, I wasn't even sure if they were still active or if he was with doing the Eagles of Death Metal thing. I don't even know if he's with that anymore.
No, they're active. He's been breaking cameras, right?
And was it him or that other guy from the Eagles of Death Metal that was like talking about the shooting victims from that one shooting incident that happened after the one that happened at the show they were doing in Italy, I think?
That had to be the other dudes, because no, Josh Homme just like takes cameras away from women, pushes them down, and breaks their shit.
Well, sometimes you got to break some shit.
Yeah,
it might as well be someone else's personal effects.
And then certainly turned around and apologized. So as one does.
Well, it's like that part in Black Books where Bernard is pissed that they're building another bookstore next to him, and he grabs his fucking umbrella from this old lady and just starts beating the shit out of this sign, destroying the umbrella completely, and then promptly afterwards gives her like a 10-pound note to replace it. Because he's a good guy, and anybody that's angry and Irish is a good guy.
Angry and Irish, that sounds a little redundant, really.
Yeah, right. Not all Irish. Well, I don't know.
Most. Most.
All the ones I know are dumb and
drunks.
And drunk. And will probably end up
that's
ruling the world one day.
That's what keeps the anger at bay.
Yeah. Talking to you, Connor. Connor don't have anger. That dude's a fucking millionaire, man.
With anger. He could fucking do through a hand truck at a bus.
Yeah. I'm surprised he had the upper body to get that done, because he could throw a fucking hand truck, but he couldn't fucking defend a takedown.
And then pulled a Josh Homme on somebody's phone. So there you go.
Man, I read an article where it said Conor McGregor is going to be remembered for all the things that he didn't do, like defend a belt. Oh,
yeah. No, absolutely. You can look back, listen back to this fucking show.
Yeah.
And way back, Brandon was a fan. Now, with the conditions.
Sure.
Brandon was a fan, said these conditions must be met. But one of those was that, God damn it, that dude better defend a belt. And because he was like running around, yeah, you're champ. Well.
And that even won the main one, because I wanted him to come back and fight by the end of the year. This was back when he was still lightweight champ.
Right.
If he came back and fought by the end of 2018, then I was like, I'm cool. I'm with the game. You went off, you did your boxing shit, you got paid, come back and solidify your shit here, and you're good. He could have come back and just fought one time and successfully defended a belt. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's the fun thing about it, because, man, the guy is clearly the poster child of how not to do with your what not to do with your MMA career. And the only reason he's sitting on millions, and it's not because of UFC, it's because I fucking fight with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I don't think he's making money from the UFC by sitting on his ass.
No.
Promoting his shit, not their shit.
Well, it's like selling Proper 12, like that fucking nasty gasoline in a bottle. All these assholes that are big Conor fans, like, it's not that bad. No, it is. It's bad. Trust me.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's World Whiskey Day. If you're drinking Proper 12 tomorrow, you're an asshole.
Yeah, you're wasting your fucking time. I'd bought Proper 12 for the Khabib and McGregor fight
because we wanted to see what was up.
Yeah. And if that whiskey told us anything, that should have told us how the night was going to end.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, this is what you got? I'm pretty sure you're going to be taken down.
Because, people don't fucking realize. I'm sure Conor McGregor isn't fucking personally making this whiskey. He is giving his fucking trademark and his image to this fucking shitty Irish whiskey company.
It is his name, and that's it. Dude's getting paid for doing nothing.
Yeah, like if you buy a Monty Python beer, guess what? It wasn't brewed by Eric Idle and the rest of the gang.
Don Cleese didn't have a thing to do with it.
Yeah, they were just like, okay, well, give us like $100,000 and you can say it's Monty Python beer.
Yeah.
Might sell another 6-pack or two.
But that's what it is with all this shit. There are a couple of exceptions. As much as I think he's a cunt, George Clooney has like a tequila company.
Yeah.
And actually, I think he sold it. But he was actually involved kind of in day-to-day shit, sort of, Not the distilling side or anything like that, but definitely in the books and all that shit. He was an active partner.
When it comes to that money.
Yeah. And there's a few other ones that are also that way. But all these fucking rappers, like, yeah, I got a cognac coming out this year, or a vodka, flavored vodka, or whatever.
Diddy has Ciroc.
Right.
Right. And I think he's actually relatively involved in that.
Because I think actually he started that from the ground up. It wasn't a matter of him, being approached by somebody wanting him to get his name
right.
involved.
Smirnoff comes up 50 cents, says we want to make a vodka. It's like, cool, go ahead, call it dollar vodka. I don't know.
Shit, I know.
But
God, is that guy even still active?
I have no idea. I don't follow those folk.
Yeah.
I'm not what you call a rap guy.
Yeah, hip hop not my thing. Once a Tribe Called Quest called it quits, then I was done.
I listen to Natural Born Killers every once in a while if I need to get my blood flowing.
I mean, other than that, I don't like any of the shit they got now. I mean, I'll listen to like T.I. from a fucking long time ago.
God damn. I thought that was the shoe guy, but he's dead, I think.
I don't know.
It's great to hear. It's great to hear two people talk about a musical genre they clearly don't know a whole lot
Nothing about.
I know nothing unless it was like between 1989 and 1992.
Oh, so you're like in the gangster rap shit then.
If I heard it on Office Space, then I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, that tells you our base of information.
Yeah, that's right. Office Space, cheesy late 90s comedies by the guy from Beavis and Butthead.
Fuck it. Let's get into it. It's Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast here.
I forgot. Yeah, we're recording shit.
Yeah, we're just not bullshitting around. Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast get together every week on a Friday, usually. Some weeks not, but matter of fact, this is the last normal Friday we're going to have for a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Next week we know for sure we're doing it on Thursday.
Yeah, I have to because I've got somebody graduating high school. I got to go to their shit. So week after that, we're probably still going to do it on a Friday. We're not happy about it, but because we want to reserve that day for the full experience of.
It was going to be fucking Statehood Day.
Deadwood, Deadwood the movie drops on the 31st. So we decided, you know what, we're going to do the podcast on a Thursday, and then that way, then we can do, that we can fuck off and have a good time and watch fucking Deadwood and kind of wrap that whole, those loose ends up. Well, as it turns out, then some of us have to work, so then it's going to be actually a Friday podcast. Knowing that really we're going to mail it in because Deadwood's going to be the thing we're going to be doing later.
It might be a 30-minute podcast of us talking about our love of Deadwood. So
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I still think that'd be fucking entertaining, but I rarely. Of course, I'd have to fucking work an extra. It was going to be 2 days, but I was like, look, I can't. I can work Thursday. I don't want to, but I can. I can't work Friday.
Right.
So I'm sorry. You're going to have to figure that one day out. The rest, I got you.
Week after that, man, I got a convention I have to go to out of town.
Yeah, this fucking guy goes off and wins awards and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, who knew? Who knew? The masturbatory guild. The
the Baton Army Awards. No shit. All right.
But I got to go up for a convention, and then let's see. Week after that, we get back to normal. So like what? June 14th, I think, will be the next normal kind of a Friday. So
God, yeah. Boy, you weren't kidding when you said that these next couple weeks are going to be really, really odd.
Yeah.
Not so much jam-packed with shit. It's just where the shit is.
Right.
Yeah,
placement is everything, and Fridays are going to be a little fucking haggard. So
yeah.
But anyway, we'll have something for you next week again. It may be a little shortened. We may not have our fucking heart and soul into it. But
we do provide. We are kind and generous lovers.
But the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast come together every Friday to talk about Mead, talk about metal, talk about MMA, and, I don't know how much we're going to talk. First of all, before we get into the week stuff, Mead side, we're going to be moving some Mead tomorrow. We've got the batch one. We have got, I'm going to clarify a bit, get some hooves and assholes going in there.
Hooves and asshole. Actually, that's our magic.
Oh, that's hot dogs. No, just hooves, just gelatin. I'm going to get some gelatin going to actually provide some negative ions to pull the buggardly stuff to the bottom, to the leaves, and then we'll rack it tomorrow to another carboy, and then there she'll sit for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll bottle, and then we'll go drink it all in Denver. So.
Fucking A. That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all, does
it? But anyway, it'll be our batch one. We hadn't done a batch of that in a very long time. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a full label redesign.
I think it's time.
Yeah. Redesign the entire label ground up and do. I'm actually thinking about maybe a. I don't want to get sued, but you remember Evil Knievel's, American one that he would use on all the shit. I might come up with a spinoff on that.
I don't think we'd have to worry about being sued.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly legal for sale, so
exactly.
I mean, well, it can be given as a gift.
Yes,
if you give us.
We basically give this shit away because we loved you.
As far as the other batch, we're not going to rack it, but we are going to flavor it tomorrow. So we got junipers. We've got actually we've got a shitload of mint.
Yeah, and we're actually going to change it up a little bit this time and rock some actual real mint.
Yeah, I've got a lot of peppermint and a lot of spearmint going. I'm going to go ahead and rock both of those.
So
those they're already taken over.
Is it just going to be like just put the leaves in there, or do they need to be crushed?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit them with my meat hammer.
Oh wow!
I don't
let me know when you're.
Dick. I mean the meat.
I was like, I'll come. I'll get to the house when you're done doing that.
Yeah. No.
I refuse to drink your holiday dick meat, sir.
Yeah, the backside of a mallet. A meat mallet. That's got the
tenderizer.
Yeah, where it's got the tenderizing portion of that with the little teeth in it. I'm gonna beat the shit out of some mint leaves with that.
I can come over and punch them if you want. I can do that.
Punch the leaves, really?
Yeah. Well, it'd take a long time, but I'd feel really better about myself afterwards.
Maybe, but anyway,
better than a random person on the street.
Yeah, but yeah, gonna bruise the shit out of a bunch of mint leaves. Get that in there. Get the juniper in there. Crush up a little bit of the juniper. As it turns out, because crushing it up is a little bit better. It doesn't hold up as well. We'd have to pull that out pretty quick. I'm still debating. I mean, I might as well just use the whole fucking pound. I've got a pound of organic fucking juniper berries.
Yeah.
I might as well just use the whole thing. People always say, well, you can get away with using probably about a dozen berries, just crush them. Yeah, but then you get a bunch of junk in your mead, and that's something we've never been fans of.
Right. And you still get that bitter kick off the juniper berries if you just throw them in their hole.
Yeah, so I think...
And we really don't want the full-on effect. We want the essence.
That is true. And then you get that if you leave the berries whole.
We don't need Holly King tasting like fucking gin.
No. That's never been.
Because that is a party foul, and I don't even think I can fucking force myself to drink that.
No, not a good idea. So anyway, that's what's going on with the mead update. Some of the other stuff this week, I don't know, man. I'm not full of rage, but god damn it, I'm angry at humans in general.
It's a malaise on me this
man.
week. It's just a hazy rage with no real direction. Just kind of there.
So how's your week?
It's shit.
Oh, there we go.
Garbage town, population me.
I was assuming things were bad when you're like, oh yeah, I had a meeting at work this week. And I went, fuck. Well, there you go.
2 meetings.
Oh, shit.
2 meetings at work. One was for fucking insurance that I wasn't going to get. I got enough problems. I don't need that too.
99 problems and insurance ain't one.
Well, it's hard for me to get behind an insurance that like basically is you go and do it and then you let them know and they pay you back for it, like all of it, plus a little extra. Like it's a money-making thing now for your insurance, and it sounds like the bottom's going to fall out of that particular model pretty quick.
You'd think, but it doesn't. And the insurance you're talking about, I'm not going to identify them, but same thing. They came through. I basically told them to go fuck off on everything. They're actually their whole life and term life are actually pretty good.
Yeah, the life insurance seemed good, but the doctor visit coverage and shit like that,
yeah.
It's like it's a list of cash and prizes you get for the worse the illness is, the more cash and prizes you get.
Hoping for it's like come on, cancer.
It's like Columbia House for the sick.
It is, and it's. I mean, people swear by it, but man, it's a racket. Really. I mean, now if you got cancer running in your family, maybe that's the thing to do. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, if you know you're going to be going to the doctor every goddamn week, you might as well make a little bit of it back. But it just sounds like a fucking sham.
It does. I didn't get on board with it. I was like, man, I think I'm good through all my VA shit. And
that duck can go fuck itself.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, their term of whole life, not bad. Not bad.
Well, yeah, that because I guess once you get in, that's what you're paying no matter what. But the other one,
I don't mean to multitask. I got to appease the monkey. The dog is getting.
We always have a studio audience. Usually it's humans. This time it's just animals.
Just dogs.
Us and animals. The next meeting was because we were celebrating the promotion of somebody at the front desk to guest service manager.
All right. Big cans.
Well, it certainly wasn't me, that's for sure.
Well, I didn't think it'd be you.
I mean, usually, like, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm a big reason why shit goes smooth over there. I have to say.
You'd move to days?
I got a goddamn. You're paying me $15 an hour. I'll certainly do that for you. But then that's not going to happen. I'm pissed it wasn't offered to me, even though I would have turned it down.
I wanted you to fucking say, hey, we would like to offer you this. So you can go, go fuck yourself. I ain't taking that.
Because clearly she knows that my heart just isn't into the job anymore, but I still come and do my job. You know? I'm not going to half-ass nothing because I hate my life and my job. That comes near the end.
Sure, absolutely.
But I'm still going to go in and do my 8 hours and fucking do everything. But they gave it to like one of the gals that honestly, if they were going to give it to anybody, I would have given it to this woman.
Okay.
She is probably the most competent out of everybody that isn't me or
guest
or
services. Is that
basically what this job
is?
Entails.
That like a concierge? Is it concierge? Concierge
no.
that
no. This is basically what this means is whenever the manager isn't available to deal with shit, you're available to deal with shit.
Oh. Well, now I understand why you would want a big old bump.
Never wanted it. I don't even fucking answer text messages. Now, I got a text message last night from the night gal like, "Where's the can opener?" I was drunk and asleep.
Yeah.
So like I wake up and again I'm like, "Hey, sorry. Usually if the can opener's missing, the boss has it." Sure enough, she did. But people probably missed out on their gelatinous sausage gravy cylinder today. Much to the chagrin of a lot of people. But we are renovating our lobby.
Oh, there you go.
And our storage room is becoming a kitchen.
Oh, so you're going to have to start cooking for folk.
Well, by cooking, reheating pre-cooked items.
Oh, okay.
Like
Chef Boyardee.
Here's your beefaroni.
Which actually earlier in the week was, by the way, SpaghettiOs Day.
Oh, I used to love SpaghettiOs, man.
I'm not going to judge, but if you're an adult sitting alone in your home eating SpaghettiOs, have fun.
What if it's right out of the can?
If you're an adult sitting around in public eating it right out of a can,
you go, girl.
I will judge you. I will judge you.
Well, I think you're fucking asking for it if you're eating anything out of a can in public.
Yeah, but I mean, SpaghettiOs are for children. Let's not fucking fool ourselves about this.
Why is it for children? Just because it's circular and delicious?
Because that's who they market it to. I will get drunk and throw down a fucking can of goddamn raviolis. No, beefaroni can go fuck itself. That's also that one's not even for children.
That's good enough for.
That's for aged people. It's like, look, we feel bad you're eating dog food because the fucking Social Security system sucks. Eat some beefaroni.
Then you might be able to turn the heat on a little more in the wintertime. Yeah, I'm more a ravioli guy myself on that score.
I don't judge people, but man, if you're eating children's food in public, I put you right there in the neck tattoo category.
I can. It's been as recent as 3 years that I've had a bowl of SpaghettiOs.
If you're doing behind your own doors, knock yourself out.
Have you seen people in public eating SpaghettiOs?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get to a big city sometime, or not even a big one, fucking Lubbock.
Yeah, damn. You see Bobby Wheeler walking down the street in his boxer shorts eating SpaghettiOs right out of the can.
Listen to Blister in the Sun, yeah.
Shit. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I was pissed that I wasn't asked. Like, you know, it's an honor to be nominated.
Yeah.
But that just means I don't have to worry about anybody getting a hold of me now because she is officially the fallback person.
There you go. So you can stop fucking bugging you at night looking for can openers and shit.
Yeah, that's true. Because I'm not. I've officially made it known I'm not the person to fucking get a hold of if you need help.
Yeah.
You will die on the fucking wire if you're waiting on me to pull you out of the fucking water.
I have to tell them all. Have you seen a little caricature of a blackbird with the eyes crossed out with X's in them? That's me. Drunk.
Which means don't call me. Don't even fucking text me. Don't even think about my name.
Well.
And I did see a few, I don't even want to mention it, a few camel toes at the meeting.
Like, you're getting a little insight.
Well, yeah.
Into the genitalia of your coworkers.
A little too much.
Oh, are these like...
This wasn't fun. It wasn't a day of note.
It wasn't like a swimsuit model fucking meeting.
Like, you know, when people are so big, and this is for guys as well, like, you know, on Jackass Preston Lacey, right. When your ass is at such a size that you stop having butt cheeks and start having butt lips.
Oh. Wow.
And tight yoga pants ain't going to hide that. It will accentuate that.
Oh, my God. Are these fat women we're talking about?
Larger. I wouldn't say fat. Badly proportioned.
Look,
large.
I am all in for that particular piece of apparel But, man, you better be under size 10. Because after that, you're wearing some weird, like, it's meat holding material is what it is.
Yeah. It's compression.
It is holding stuff in place where it normally wouldn't be anyway.
That's very true. They're Spanx for the lower limbs.
Man, I got to say, like, if you're like size 8 and under, man, that's you feel free to wear that shit anytime you want. Yeah. I'm good with it.
I'm even cool with a larger gal wearing them as long as it's all like proportion. I'm all about proportion and symmetry. You could be what other people think is like a real ugly woman, but to me, if you got two eyes that are fucking in line and look straight ahead, well, you've already got a +3 to your roll for me.
That's the first check mark.
Yeah, and all your teeth, cool.
That's all right.
You know, your nose, the one nostril isn't higher than the other. See, this is the shit I look at. Right. So, like, ladies, if you're, waiting in line to come meet me, don't worry about being pretty. Be worried about looking like something that lived at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah. You don't want to come after this angry fucking ginger with like some weird shit out of proportion, like a left arm like way shorter than a right arm, like a child.
That's
arm.
true. Yeah, don't be a professional arm wrestler either, unless you're ambidextrous and you work on them both.
And apparently, if your genitalia is poking out like it wants to give you a Thanksgiving kiss behind a set of yoga pants, probably not the best thing either.
Yeah, that's a lot of real estate. It should be a small country, but there's a lot of real estate on some of this.
Man, I got to say, and by the way, we need to probably put it in comments.
Let's put it in.
To let you know where you need to pick this up again. Because I want to talk about some shit that fucking destroys my faith in humanity. And it involves Game of Thrones. But it involves a shitload of spoilers, too. Not that I want to go on at length about this, because I know some of you don't give two fucks about it, and I get it. But, man, I got to say...
Yeah, apparently a lot of people don't give a fuck right now.
But a lot of people fucking give too much of a fuck about it, though.
So we want to kind of give, like, a spoiler alert.
Here is your spoiler alert. And I promise I will go no longer than... Let's see, where are we at? I will go no longer than 5 minutes on this.
Okay, I might add a +2 to that for extra time because I'll probably throw some additions in there as well. 7 minutes.
And we may very well put in the comments of where you can pick it up after the spoiler alert.
Yeah. We'll give a little space here, and there'll be a time signature in the comments section, or in the description. Yeah, that's what it's called. You can tell I use this shit all the time.
All the time.
So, spoiler alerts. If you don't want to hear it, you better shut it down in 3, 2, 1.
So these motherfuckers that are out there on the internet, hey, I didn't like the way the Game of Thrones ended last time. I don't like the lighting. The writing has been lazy all season.
The lighting is fucked.
All things have been bad all season long. Every nitpicking thing, which, by the way, reminds me of Season 7 when they hated everything then, and Season 6 when they hated everything then. This isn't the only season these assholes have hated.
Yeah, it's just magnified now because it's coming to an end.
Absolutely. That's all it is. It's not. Look, if there was a Season 9 lined up, half these cunts would be bitching the same magnitude they have previous season. But no, it's ramped up because this is it. Sunday is the last episode.
And then it's over. It's over, bitches.
So to address it, lazy writing. If you call these assholes out and go, well, what's lazy about it? It's been a pretty fucking prodigious fucking series this season.
It's because we're hitting culmination on a lot of things, and people feel like it happened just like that.
Yeah, it's like, you could have spent a lot more time on this. This isn't a book, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a fucking screenplay, an epic one at that. Look, I'm not all over George R.R. Martin's nuts. I'm not. I hate the fat man. But I will say this, is that the story is genius. And it's his story that a couple of other dudes have to fucking do with what they've got.
Right.
And put it together. Assholes saying, hey, Battle of Winterfell should have been 2 or 3 episodes long. The same one they were bitching about they couldn't see anything because it's at night. That's what nighttime looks like.
At night, when the Night King and company are on their way, it's not going to be bright. They wanted to fucking make it where it felt like this is what a battle with darkness would look like.
Then motherfuckers talking about it's like, oh, so now the Night King's just dead. All this big build for nothing. No.
Winter's been coming since day one.
It's been there forever.
Day one.
Been there forever. And I was like, oh, and then so Arya just kills the Night King? Yeah, she did. There you go. After dudes were getting fucking murked all over Winterfell.
Yeah, I mean,
you lost Jorah. You lost fucking all these. You
lost the eye patch guy.
You lost Beric. Yeah, I mean, there are some big names that have been in this series from day one, and they're gone.
Yeah. Yeah, the Jorah loss, that was a bit of, and Theon, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
For them to bitch about, it seems like they're taking the easy way out. I really don't think so, because there's a lot of shitty fucking characters getting retribution.
Sure.
In this. Like people we've hated for probably a season or two, like Theon. Theon had to do a lot to fucking win everybody back, and I feel like he pulled it off.
Good redemption, and that's the other thing, because a lot of them are bitching about Jaime Lannister. It's like, oh, but he had redemption. He betted Brienne. He turned into a good guy, but he's still fucking Jaime fucking Lannister. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
He's always going to go back to his sister.
Right. I mean, it even had you swerved a little bit.
Sure.
You had hope that there was still good in Jaime.
Maybe, but there's not.
And there was nothing left.
There's not.
Yeah. But did you fucking go on the internet and bitch about it?
Nope. I accepted it for what it was, because I'm a grown-ass man, and I recognize it's a fucking, it's a dark fairy tale.
How many times can shit fucking swerve you? Not a lot.
Not a lot, no.
MMA and Game of Thrones.
The other one, and this is the big one, and that is from season 1, we have heard Daenerys Targaryen say she's taking it all back by blood and fire. Oh, and here we are, lo and behold, guess what she's doing? Taking it all back by blood and fire. People are like, oh, they made her like
fire and blood.
They turned her into she took a heel turn just recently. The bitch has been crazy since season 1 and gets crazier every successive season. You can't jump on this boat in season 7 and watch this season and fucking make all these assumptions about shit. This bitch has been losing her goddamn nut since day 1.
Right.
And then decides, oh, I'm going to torch everybody in King's Landing. Yeah, that's what crazy people do. They've even referenced it, besides just her going crazy. They've referenced every time a Targaryen child's born, you flip a coin to see if they're going to be crazy or not.
Yeah, you flip a coin and hold your breath.
God damn. No, so, yeah, she's fucking clearly crazy. People bitching about the Hound. They're like, oh, why did he have to die? Because that's the best way to die. He took down his brother.
Yeah, let's not forget in season 1 when the two of them were battling for Joffrey. They never liked each other. The fucking mountain was the reason the Hound was burned, and he's been waiting his entire life to fucking get this guy. And next to last episode of the entire 8-season series, he gets it done.
Absolutely.
How is that?
Ironically, dies in fire.
I don't think he would have wanted to live after that anyway.
No, and he basically had said as much to Arya, saying, no. You don't have to go down my path. Don't be like me. Basically, basically telling her the Jack Nicholson line or Jim Nicholson line.
Yeah.
From fucking one of those goddamn movies. But don't be like me. Yeah, that was essentially what he had told her, long and short. And you saw it fall from fucking Arya's face that she's not an assassin anymore. She's going to leave that life. You can see it in her face.
And she left it right there.
Yeah, and walked out, and then and then the Hound goes on, fights his brother, and they both die. But then people are angry about that. Oh, Arya went all the way to the Red Keep just to turn around and leave. Yeah, you know why?
Well, it's funny when you get to that crumbling place that could potentially be your grave, and you got a goddamn stone-cold killer kind of telling you, look, you don't have to go this way.
Right.
I have to go this way.
That's it. So then you can see it fall from her face, and she becomes Arya Stark again, not really, the girl, or whatever. No. And as she is leaving, and it's through her perspective that you get this great fucking panoramic destruction, on the screen. I mean, fuck, the only way they could have made this better is if they would have got the fucking angry ginger from fucking Megadeth to put together some shit. That would have been the only
Tyler Childers?
Yeah, that guy. But I mean, honestly, it's visually beautiful, and for fucking people to bitch about the most minor things and complain about, I want them to go back and get new writers and do this season again. You know what you can do? You can go fuck yourself, because it's fucking ridiculous. There's 350,000 signatures on this stupid petition on change.org, which, as we know, always makes everything. It has never changed anything. There we go.
Yeah, I think they've. I don't even understand the fucking point of change.org.
And then assholes that think they know and they don't know. Like, see, it is about us because you have to appease your fans because that's what the advertisers want, blah, blah, blah. Hey, motherfucker, it's HBO. And by the way, apparently, you're still paying your goddamn fee. So therefore, your whole thing, your whole stack of cards is falling down.
18 million people watched last week's episode.
And you know what's going to be on this week? 22 million, I guarantee it.
Oh,
21,
fuck yeah, they're
22.
Going to break 20 mil.
And that's not even counting the goddamn people that are just pirating.
Yeah.
And people are going to be losing their shit. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sleep the sleep of the just, no matter the outcome, because it's a fucking great tale, and I've been locked in for 10 fucking years now.
Right.
There it is.
Yeah, I've been watching. I started watching Game of Thrones when I had a free preview in the first season. They were replaying the first season, and I was a huge Sean Bean fan at the time.
Sure.
And goddamn, been with it ever since. Like anytime HBO puts out a quality series, I'm going to be on the road for it.
Yeah, and you have to. I think you have to because they do fucking great stories. Now, the biggest problem is a lot of times they'll cancel some shit before they can actually conclude anything.
It would.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Wait for Powers Booth to die, then make the movie. God damn it.
Slightly, I went over my 5. But anyway, but there it is. But that's
right about 30-minute mark anyway.
It's fine. I mean, but that's it. Do what you got to do. But God damn it, stop bitching about everything you have no control over.
Yeah.
And I think that's not just. I'm not talking about just Game of Thrones. I'm talking about life. Stop being a fucking whiny little bitch. Step up to your reality. Change the things you can change, and fucking accept the things you can't. It's almost like a 12-stepper thing.
God damn, I know. And something to know the difference. That's like a prayer, isn't it? Let's not get too religious here.
To the one-eyed, the All-Father.
Now that's all right.
But I just humanity pisses me off sometimes. At least the side of humanity that wants to put its neck out there and show you what a big bunch of cunts that they can truly be.
Sure. Yeah, it's a shitty existence from day to day, but it does have its shining points. That's why you have to grab them and fucking choke them into submission. You know? I
guess, but I mean, but I see it, and it's not even just on that particular topic. Just everywhere I go, somebody's doing something that just aggravates the fuck out of me. I'm doing a part of my job earlier today, and it's in a pretty tight little parking lot. I mean, you're hard pressed to get 2 vehicles, one going north, one going south through this fucking parking lot, or east-west, but. And then some dick just pulls up and stops and jumps out, throws in park, jumps out to go into talk in an office, thereby fucking just log jamming everybody trying to come from 2 ways.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know that this shit's tight. You know you can probably get your shit done, pull in a parking space, walk in then. So that way you're not impeding everybody else's goddamn progress. It's that kind of bullshit, this weird selfish, like everybody can go fuck themselves, I'm out for number 1.
Well, it seems like once we hit the warmer time of year, the drivers get worse.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
Which is really odd. You'd think in the wintertime they'd be really bad.
It might be the elitist in me, but there's a lot less people on the road when gas gets up over $4 a gallon.
That's true.
And if it gets
but
up
that's when you get more people on bicycles, and I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, I know, but those cunts, I can put a fear of God in them, though, right?
Well, I'm going to start packing heat at the hotel. Start beating these people off with sticks.
Beating them off. All right. But anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go completely fucking crazy on this, but I don't know. Am I out of line on that fucking, the assumptions?
Nah, man, because like I said, it's so goddamn easy for people to get recognition for being angry these days.
Well, it's recreational outrage.
Yeah, recreational anger, man. It's fucking, it's a waste of time.
But it allows people that are otherwise not engaged in anything going on within humanity to be able to then poke their heads out like a shit turtle and go, "Hey, I'm here. Listen to me, bitch."
Sounds like a Leahy shitism.
I don't know. Oh, does everything have a shit?
I don't think Leahy ever said shit turtle, but that sounds like something Leahy would say. Lousy little shit turtles poking their heads out.
Maybe I'm an old drunk guy then. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, But anyway, those are my 2 cents. But I don't know.
I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to Sunday.
Yeah.
And fucking Tormund Giantsbane lives, and well, all right, yeah. There's one more little spoiler. Fuck that. If you haven't seen the Battle for Winterfell, you're fucked anyway.
Yeah,
but wouldn't you?
I don't think we're going to see Tormund.
Wouldn't you agree that Tormund has been one of the brightest spots of this last season? Pre-game and post-game, that fucking guy's been entertaining.
On a series where it's hard to really like anybody. Well, it's not hard to like some, but it's hard to really enjoy a character.
Yeah.
I mean, I pull for John, but the guy's an asshole.
He's
dumb.
He's a flawed dummy, yeah.
I'm rooting for him, but I don't like him. So that's kind of weird. But Tormund, I've always rooted for that guy.
And you know, hopefully there's some kind of epilogue and this conclusion that fucking Tormund Giantsbane is now the fucking leader of the Wildlings.
Well, he's at the minimum going to be the Mance Raider, right?
Yeah. Oh, fucking, I would think. Oh, yeah, that's true, because Wildlings never had a leader. They just had a dude that they liked the most to follow.
Yeah.
But that, and, you know, it's just, he's been the goddamn bright spot for me, because that's my favorite character.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the Hound, but, you know, as we talked about, that's not more. That's no more.
Yeah.
I like Tyrion, but God damn it, you know, I mean, he's going to We assume.
Tyrion's gotten dumber and dumber as this season has drawn on, man.
Yeah, and then the cutaway trailer when they were talking about the next week's episode looks very Third Reich-ish to me.
Yeah, feels like we're about to watch the third episode of Chernobyl.
Hey, I don't know. It's not going to be pleasant, but nonetheless, it's an episode that has to happen. And just because something's going to come to an end, we have a bunch of outraged fucking idiots. So, oh well.
Yep.
Anyway, let's go ahead and put our time signature here. Picking it up right here is where we'll go on with the rest of the podcast for those that don't care for Game of Thrones.
Hey-o.
Or those that are like, I don't know, waiting till the whole thing's done and then they're going to start. Well, actually, we do have a friend. Jack is apparently going to watch from season 1 all the way through.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So I don't want to ruin it for fucking too many people.
That's true. I personally don't give a shit, because I actually get a little bit of joy out of spoiling shit for people.
I do if I don't like them, but I don't want to do it on a show that we have, 30, 40, 50 people fucking pulling in
I'll just take a chance and throw out. They're like, hey, the drummer always dies in Spinal Tap. Oh, you've seen in Spinal Tap? Shit.
Well, the other thing is, what are your thoughts on spoilers anyway? How far out do you have to fucking actually say, hey, by the way, here's a spoiler alert? Because case in point, Spinal Tap came out in what, 80?
Yeah, I almost want to say late 70s.
Maybe. But you shouldn't have to fucking say spoiler alert. You shouldn't have to say spoiler alert. What is your definition of look, if you haven't seen it by this time, you're fucked?
If it, the definitive hard line is this thing has a home release. If there's a home release of this thing, then that's the line. Which means it's been in theaters, or if it's a TV show, it's already been on fucking TV. If it has a broad release and you hadn't seen it yet, then go fuck yourself.
Right.
Especially if it's something you think you really like and you haven't fucking seen it yet, as available as things are these days.
Sure.
Shit's available digitally immediately. Right. So I'd say a week after home media release.
Yeah, I put a weird arbitrary 2 years. If it's been 2 fucking years, you can go fuck yourself. It's fine.
Shit.
But that's a ballpark. I'm not looking at a calendar,
Yeah, and it's tough to even do that because you're not going to really keep an eye on that time. If you want to talk about a movie or a TV show that might have some pertinent information now, I got to see the big spoiler of Serenity before I even got to see Firefly.
Right. Yeah, that. I would never recommend that. Watch Firefly, then Serenity. Otherwise, it ruins every fucking thing. So
that's true. I just was oh, that little ginger guy from Dodgeball dies.
Yeah.
Oh. See, that's been out for more than 2 years.
Sure. Yeah, fair enough.
So go fuck yourself. Spoilers!
Yeah. Moving on to the metal side of things, they're actually not even metal necessarily for me. I figured out my bucket list shit, tours I want to see before the end of 2019, and one of them, as it turns out, cranked out some dates today, and so far not so good, because the closest he gets to the area is Tulsa. And that's fucking Tyler Childers, who nothing to do with metal, but that dude is he's kind of captured our fucking imagination.
He's got one of the most metal, if that's the album cover that you sent me, he's got one of the most metal, quote unquote, country covers I've ever seen. Well, it's such a great fucking, nicely animated fucking ginger on the edge.
Yeah.
Even gave him a little pot belly too. I kind of like that as well.
And then like a little fucking cartoony fucking pulling a rip off a pipe and stuff. And he's bluegrass, I think, more than I'd say he's country.
Yeah.
He's that weird Sturgill Simpson thing, which doesn't really it kind of tiptoes around country, but it's not really country.
Right. And we've talked about Tyler Joe. This is the guy that did the Clovis Point song.
Yeah. Murder ballads and all that fun shit.
Anytime you can hear a murder ballad about a guy finding a goddamn Clovis Point while sifting for gold, and then the guy's like, "Oh, he found something good. I'm gonna have to kill that guy."
Yeah,
that's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
You're really writing it for a very niche group, but the ones that hear it will really love it.
But yeah, the tour dates, man. The closest that dude gets is Tulsa, and we're talking 8 hours, and that's got nothing. And even that one, and apparently dude is not, he's apparently going places and taking weekends off, which, tip of the cap, but goddamn, people like me, I'm trying to figure out a way to see that dude on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Might be
Can't
tough.
do it. Can't
Might
do
be
it.
Tough, yeah.
Dude's taking those days off. He's playing Tulsa on a Tuesday, Phoenix on a fucking Wednesday or something like that.
Oh.
Well.
Damn, going all the way from Tulsa to Phoenix?
Yeah, well, he's playing some shithole in Fayetteville, Arkansas, then Tulsa, and I think then Phoenix. It was like a big.
So that means it's going to be traveling on I-40. Let's just go camp out. We'll find that fucking bus of his. I'm sure it's going to have that picture splattered on it. We'll just pull him over and have a jam.
Yeah.
Smoke a little weed. Have some good time.
But anyway, that's one on the bucket list. I want to catch Tool, which actually, as weird as it sounds, it's probably going to be easier to catch Tool than it would be Tyler
because
Childers.
those motherfuckers are always going to play Denver or the Red Rocks up there,
Sure.
you know. They
And
always play that shit.
And probably do us all a favor and play that shit on a fucking weekend.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because people love to film concerts at the Red Rocks.
Yeah, now a lot of those
They did
concerts
an AP
are weekday, though, unfortunately, at Red Rocks. Now,
Yeah.
now Tool may very well play some in the Metroplex. I'm cool with going to fucking Dallas, Fort Worth, and
Yeah, I
hanging
don't
out.
envision Tool doing a lot of smaller cities.
No, I mean
unless they're really fucking close to a huge ass metro.
right. Yeah, and I mean if they played Fort Worth, somewhere through there, then we can hang out with our friend Seth and fucking throw down piss loads of booze and catch a great show and everything else. But that is the bucket list for me for 2019. Really, is to see those two acts. But Tool, I think, will be the one that's probably far more in my grasp.
Right. Tyler Childers eventually will play Lubbock, I think.
Yeah, maybe. No, probably not Lubbock. I think the guy's getting big enough now. I wouldn't count on it.
You think so?
I think he will play smaller shit east of the Mississippi because he's from Kentucky and that's kind of his stamp.
Yes.
But west, man, that dude, he'll play some big cities like out on the coast, through California and up. But man, that dude's not playing. He's not playing anywhere in Colorado and nowhere in Texas on that loop. I mean, although he is playing like Corpus and like Brownsville here pretty soon. But,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, might hit the lotto on that one. You know.
So, but anyway, those are my bucket list. Those are two bands I want to see in 2019. One's metal, obviously. Well, I guess in some sense. Would you really? How do you classify Tool? Fucking ambient kind of metal, sort of, right?
God, I don't know, man.
They're Tool. They're Tool is what they are because other bands try to copy that sound.
Yeah. I mean, and usually if they're able to mimic it, they do it well. Like Lucid Planet. Kind of has that little bit of a vibe to it, and they do it really well.
Yeah.
And God, I don't think you can classify Tool. I mean, rock.
Sure. I mean, under one big umbrella, but yeah.
Because they got a guitar, and Mr. Jones shreds pretty well.
But our friend Ruben was able to catch Death Angel yesterday in Albuquerque.
Yeah, that dude sent me an invite.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Morning.
I was like, no. It's like, fuck, some of us got work, man.
I'm like, some of us have beer to drink later.
Well,
Yeah,
you're not going to catch me on a Thursday in Albuquerque. You're just not.
Well, I mean, it's really shit. It's tough to really get out anywhere during the week.
Yeah,
be it Albuquerque, Lubbock, anything like that.
I mean, I will arrange like my annual vacation around like maybe a fucking pallbearer plays on a weekday in Albuquerque, but that's kind of about it.
Right? Yeah. Goddamn. That still hurts.
But is there? Are there any acts you want to see bucket list before the end of 2019?
God damn. Before the end of the year?
Yeah. Well, because I usually just start kind of looking at the second half of the year once we hit May, and here we are about halfway through.
I got a little stoked when I saw Killswitch Engage and Clutch doing a fucking North American tour. Because, I mean, I like Killswitch. Killswitch is a fun band. But I really like Clutch. Clutch is a good groove garage band that's been around for fucking, God, probably 30 years, 20 or 30 years. But they're not coming anywhere near here, so it's not even a pipe dream. It's more just a missed opportunity because I'm not going to travel 12 hours to see Clutch. I feel like, shit, there's really no... I wish I could go to that fucking folk metal festival that they're having in western fucking Wyoming.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Jackson Hole.
We looked into that. There's no easy way to get there.
Oh, no. The fucking drive there, even where I was living, it's a 3.5-hour drive, and it's only about it's about like 80, 90 miles away.
Yeah.
Because the road there, it's not a straight road, and it's not fucking level either.
If you're a rich motherfucker, you can book a private jet and fly into fucking Jackson Hole. That's
you have to. That's the only way to get there expedited, is to go travel to basically the Clovis, New Mexico of Wyoming,
right,
and get on a goddamn little puddle jumper jet and go to Jackson Hole.
Right.
But Soar's going to be there. That's why I was like, oh, God
wow.
damn,
Yeah,
that's going to be fucking
It's-
awesome.
That new record of theirs is fucking hot.
Yeah, God damn. You were talking about Umalta Nika earlier. I don't think I've enjoyed a folk metal album since then until Soar put out their new one.
Yeah, dude, that's legit. I have gotten so far away from folk metal, and considering I was knee deep in that shit once upon a time, but they're keeping that particular subgenre alive, single handedly. So good for them. But,
yeah, and even fucking coming to Wyoming to do a concert out in nature.
Out in Jackson Hole. The only thing that bugs me about that, there's nothing but a bunch of rich cunts out there.
Yeah, but none of them are gonna go to this fucking festival.
That's what makes me think, like, what, there's going to be like 8 people there?
Well, there are a lot of different people in the underlying areas. Like I lived in Lander.
In Idaho, there's a pretty good metal movement up in Boise, and it'll come down for that. It's easier to get there from the north than it is from the south.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to fight all the goddamn 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Slipknot showed us their new mask this week, and even the one that Tom Savini made for Corey Taylor, I don't care.
Somebody made a reference that it looks just like some cat from WWE in the 90s.
Kane?
Maybe.
That's the first vibe I get.
Yeah.
Is the Undertaker's brother. But, it's the new Slipknot song. It's just like the new Rammstein album that came out today. If you like Slipknot, you're going to love that song. If you like Rammstein, you're going to love that album. Unless you're Ruben Gonzalez.
Well, Ruben's got some very discerning tastes.
Ruben wants Du Hast. That's what he wants.
Right.
He wants an entire album of that type of energy.
What, early 90s, right?
Mid-90s?
Yeah,
95, I think, is when Herzlich came out. No, that's her first album. Sensuk was the one that had Du Hast on it. But it's funny because I was listening to it, I was like, man, I kind of like it. I was nodding my head. I was like, oh, that's pretty groovy. And I just knew Ruben was going to love it. He's hated everything that they've released off that album.
Yeah, good. Good.
And he's a bigger fan than I am.
Sure.
So, but I'm curious to get his take on the rest of the songs now that the album's, because I know he's going to listen to it.
I always appreciate his take. It's always different from what I think it'll be.
But everything. I know, and it's honest. I know it's honest. Dude ain't giving you this opinion to be cool just because he agreed. This is his fucking from the heart. When he told me he hated the new Rammstein stuff, I knew he meant it because he wouldn't fucking he wouldn't lie about that shit. He don't lie about music,
right? And he's not going to be necessarily one that's just like being contrarian. It's like, oh, these motherfuckers think I'm going to say this, so I'm going to say the opposite.
Yeah, thankfully, he's not a hipster music fan that wants to be different.
Dude is true to his fucking own musical beliefs, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, he already had my musical respect, but when he was completely honest about the APC release, and then we finally caught up with him,
yeah,
I was like, all right, yeah. Anytime this guy's, I'm going to him for an opinion.
What's got next?
Shit, man. Remember Jinkos? Those fucking pants that had the huge ass legs that dumb kids like me would wear in the late 90s.
God, yeah.
I mean, I'm talking fucking pant legs.
Like bell bottoms, kind
of. But it was that stovepiped.
Okay.
It was that fucking length all the way up. We're talking people. You would brag about the fucking diameter of your pant leg.
Okay.
Because you looked like a shitty homeless wizard.
Look like you're wearing a skirt, right?
Yeah, and I had pants like that, and I mean, like the fucking opening leg was like shit, a goddamn yard.
Yeah,
fucking all the way around. And then they died. Thankfully, the whole trend died. But I guess they're trying to bring them back.
Yeah, good.
So you're gonna see them at Hot Topic. Is going to be my guess. Where all the other people buy. If you buy your wardrobe from Hot Topic, you really need to look within and figure shit out. And
maybe go seek counseling.
Yeah. Or like, the warm end of a revolver. I don't know.
We'll grab a beer and a piss. Need anything?
A beer.
Okay.
With no piss in it.
All right.
God damn. Outside of that, the basis for Obituary found out while... Oh, shit. We got a micker. The basis of Obituary found out while on tour that his daughter was killed in a single-car crash. That really sucks. Hold on, I got to find out. Let's see what we got here. Don't be a dork. Damn, I got it right off first try. I need to drink more. We also watched a video of Daenerys' raid upon King's Landing for whom the bell tolls. It looked pretty cool. Again, this isn't really a Game of Thrones spoiler. Everyone's seen Daenerys angry. She don't do angry very well. Jared Threaten is a guy we've talked about that did the fake band that went to tour Europe. Well, it wasn't a fake band. It was a real band. There's just nobody there for the shows. The bandmates sued him to make up the money for flying to fucking Europe to do a tour. And but Jared's not going to pay him.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, dude said he's actually putting another band together, and they're going to tour.
Well, why not? You know, what do they say? At first you don't succeed. Try again.
Well, they sued the guy and his wife, because apparently his wife was in on it as well.
Oh, well, hello, Yoko.
I think we should say happy birthday to an angry ginger that isn't Tyler Childers, because I don't know when his birthday is.
Dave Mustaine. It's another.
No, this is
angry ginger.
1973.
That's the angry ginger. Oh, okay.
Hey, motherfucker! Don't speak of that when I'm in the room. Josh Homme, lead frontman.
That's why we
Queens of the Stone Age.
That's why we let off. Yeah, happy birthday to that angry bitch. How old's he again?
73. He's 45.
46.
46.
Yeah.
See Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block.
There you go.
It's his birthday today.
It's a wheelhouse for some of you.
Dave Abruzzese. I know I'm probably saying that wrong. Drummer for Pearl Jam from 91 to 94, probably on 10 and Versus, be my guess.
Yeah, that's got to be an original dude, yeah?
Yeah. And Trent Reznor, 1965.
Damn.
Dude is 54.
Yeah.
Shit. How can you do Nine Inch Nails music when you're 54?
Because that's what that guy does.
He won't even let his children listen to, like, Pretty Hate Machine.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up, if you ask me.
I do think it sends a weird message.
No, it's like, well, I'm proud of all my music, but I don't want my family to listen to it.
I don't want my family being engaged with my shit, but you people go right ahead.
And Enya, 1961. Damn, I didn't know Enya was Irish.
Yeah. Oh,
Enya Bronane?
Isn't most of her shit like sang in like Gaelic and stuff?
I've only heard Sail Away. Bum, bum,
yeah.
bum, bum, sail away, sail away. And you can't really get a goddamn read on her accent from that.
You can't.
Now, Ruben is a huge Enya fan.
Oh, really?
Huge Enya fan. He would probably know that.
What was that album that shit was? Was it Orinoco Flow? Maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, Orinoco Flow. Good call. Nice.
Yeah. No, because it was fucking ubiquitous, I think, in like 89, I want to say.
88. Close.
Yeah, well, but it really was still hanging over.
Oh, yeah.
That
song's fucking still going strong today. And she is Ireland's second biggest export.
Behind
the only
Dolores
other.
O'Riordan.
Oh, God. You have a much kinder view of the Irish music scene, my friend. Yeah, behind, that one gal from the Cranberries ain't there no more. No, fucking Bono and company.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah, remember, they're Irish, too.
Well, they never trust an Irishman that doesn't drink and actually wants to change the world without fucking really doing anything outside of using his fame for it. So.
If you hold what South Park says to be true, apparently he was born out of being a legit huge piece of shit.
Yeah, probably. I can see that.
As a matter of fact, he was the largest shit ever made in the Guinness Book of World Records.
I think we might have talked about it before. There's a video out of Jimmy Page and God damn it, and The Edge and who's that cunt from? It's fucking slipping my mind now. For good reason, because his music.
Jack White.
Yeah, and out of those three, the most uncomfortable looking motherfucker in the room is The Edge, because he's hanging around with two actual guitar players.
Yeah, Edge is a guitar player, but who calls himself The Edge? And he only has one fucking trick in his pocket.
Yeah.
It's that fucking echo sustain thing he does.
And the Romans would call him Dickus Wheatus. I mean, that's the guy's clearly not a fucking guitar player. Shouldn't he? What was he, just in town? Like, let's get this asshole to sit in. Don't pull up the video unless you want a good laugh at The Edge's expense. Because Jimmy Page, white-haired old motherfucker, he's still like bringing it.
Yeah. Well, goddamn. if you've heard one U2 song, I feel like you've heard every single U2 song.
Yeah, I want to see the Edge play without a delay. That's what I want to see. I want to see him play without a delay.
That's like Kirk Hammett playing without a wall pedal, sir. Well, now I fucking take that back. Kirk Hammett is a goddamn shredder.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve to be in the same conversations with the goddamn Edge.
Shouldn't be. But
just the fact that the two of them rely on effects pretty hard these days.
More than they should.
To the point where they will fall on their ass for him.
I actually, my brother Daryl had turned me on to an article from Joe Bonamassa, who I'm not usually ever going to bring up on this show. Dude's a blues player. I mean, he was a guitar player for fucking B.B. King, if that tells you anything. But
oh, wow.
Dude cranked out an article on why is the rock guitar considered to be a fucking pariah nowadays. Because that was the thing. Back in the 70s, motherfuckers would get up and wail on their fucking Gibsons or Fenders, if that's where you go. But I mean, and they would blast it through loud goddamn Marshall stacks and everything else, and that was the sound you would get. And then somewhere over time, basically everybody took the bite out of that shit. It's like, no, let's route it through the PA. It'll sound better that way. And I even played an act where the same shit went down.
Yeah.
It takes the soul out of what you're trying to do. It steals rock and roll from you as a guitar player. And Joe Bonamassa said, look, I'm not telling you how to do things, but here's what you fucking do. You appreciate what your sound is. Get that shit good and loud. Use the goddamn volume control on the guitar. That's what it's there for.
Right.
And dial that back. And then, then you have your stage presence. You need a little extra something. There you go. Dial it in.
That's true. Go ahead and crank up your background fucking assault.
Run it
so that
loud.
way all you need to do is just fucking give it a little tweak.
That's right.
And if I could make that sounds like first day shit.
But it's bass backwards in this fucking day and age. It's different. People are like, no. Now all you need is a really good head, so that way we can route it straight through the PA. And look, man, I know sound engineers, it's not an easy goddamn job, but you're really taking away the soul of what the guitar player is if you're playing fucking anything heavy. Even blues and up. I mean, right. I would say as far as heaviness is on that scale. Now, if you're going to play Edge shit, fucking knock yourself out. Play it straight through the PA.
All you need is one pedal.
Man.
That's all you need.
But yeah, it's so frustrating. And I think that's actually the thing that's really refreshing to me about, the revitalization of my interest in Tool is because of the fact that Adam Jones, that's his sound. His sound comes directly straight out of an amp. It's also through the PA.
Sure.
You have to. You can't play just straight through an amp. It sounds off kilter. But in order to get a rock sound, you've got to play it through a fucking loud amp. Now, in his case, it's fucking really, really expensive German goddamn diesel amps, but,
Yeah, but when you're Tool, you can afford that shit.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Yeah, look, that dude's rig, somebody would probably estimate it out at about $20,000, for what he's playing. His guitar's fucking probably a quarter of that.
Wow. I feel like he could get the same thing out of something half the price. I really do.
But why would you when you're like
why would you when you can get that shit?
Getting bouquet not bouquet. What the fuck am I looking for?
I don't know, Porky.
Yeah,
that's that one thing you get when you want it.
Had a word just slip my goddamn brain.
Damn, you need a reboot.
Crazy. I need to drink more beer. Is what I need.
There you go. Oh, God damn it, that's a good problem to have.
But a boutique. That's what I was looking for. A boutique amp setup out of fucking diesel. Like I said, those German amps not fucking cheap. I mean, they're really, really pricey. But that's where he gets a lot of that fucking that grindy sound that he gets on some. It's clean, but it's not.
Right.
And he masters that. I mean that, and then all the other effects shit and all the other. Yeah, Adam Jones's setup is easily $20,000.
Yeah. God damn. Well, shit, man. We better fucking move on to MMA.
Oh fuck. All right. Yeah.
We running a little long.
No, there's not a great card this weekend. So if you want to talk about some of the news, that's probably bigger than the card.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run it down real quick. Tyron Woodley out of fighting Robbie Lawler due to what injury?
What?
Huh? God damn, are you surprised? I'm not.
Woodley? No, I was waiting for it, dude.
I'm glad he doesn't have a belt to fucking hold up a division.
That was the biggest problem. I mean, that dude, swear to God, he should just move on out to AKA.
Really. Robbie will fight anybody anyway. Apparently
Darren
people
Till.
are waiting.
Darren Till's already throwing it out there.
Isn't he a felon now?
He wants to do a catch weight fight. Well, he should be. That's the after his fucking nonsense in the the Canary Islands or somewhere.
Yeah.
Or the Azores,
I'll meet you at 175.
Yeah. No.
Nah, fuck that. Ponzinibbio, I like that way more.
That's a good fight.
Leon Edwards, I like it.
Not a good fight. Not a good fight.
Platinum Mike Perry.
Terrible fight, really. Unless Mike Perry gets a little better handle on his on what should be his dominant thing, and that's the ground game.
Yeah. And Brian Barberina. I'm ready for June 22nd, but with the utmost respect, when asked who I wanted to fight next, Lawler was my answer. So if he needs a fight, I'm your Huckleberry. And it's a picture of him wearing goddamn overalls without a shirt.
Yeah, Barberina's not going to get that fight. I like his moxie, but he's not going to get that fight.
Yeah.
I like Ponzinibbio. That's a good fucking fight.
Yeah. I think Ponzinibbio or Barberina would be a good fight. You know, but it's really fucking young sharks smelling blood in the water.
It's probably going to be Mike Perry. But that dude better get his fucking wrestling figured out, man. That dude is not used.
Finally got a win that could have, I think, gone the other way.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I don't know. He needs to stop doing the fucking. He's doing exactly a Travis Brown. He keeps shopping camps. Stop it, man. Find a camp that you're comfortable in. Even if you're not terribly comfortable, find one that actually is producing the results that you want, and stay the fuck there and learn, man. And make sure it's not fucking Jackson Wink.
There you go. Sage Northcutt gets knocked out in under 30 seconds in his one debut.
Say it ain't so.
God, and when you sent me that video, because I knew it wasn't going to end well for Sage. I just didn't know it was going to be from a right hand from fucking Mars, dude.
The dude is that knocked him out. I can't even fucking remember his name. But the dude is a world champion Muay Thai fucking striker. That's the thing. And Sage is going in keeping his hands down like he's still fighting fucking girls.
Cosmo Alexandri.
Like he's fighting people. No. You got to keep them goddamn hands up.
Yeah, man.
If you're fighting a guy like that, a world champion, there's a reason why he was a world champion, and that's because he knocks motherfuckers out, and Sage Northcutt found out in a disastrous way.
Damn, fucking 1 is 1 and 2 as far as their UFC acquisitions. Mighty Mouse won his fight.
Yeah.
Eddie did not. And Eddie got finished, and so did Sage.
There are people saying that there's a reason behind some of the signings and then them setting up the cards the way they did, and that is to show, look, we're burying these assholes from the UFC.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's like, look, motherfucker, just because you're from the UFC, we're not going to protect you or your name. You have no name over here. You have to earn that fucking name, and you got to fight other killers to get it done.
And somebody had said, the headline was, Sage Northcutt gets knocked out in minor league MMA debut. Motherfucker, that's not minor league. There's no such thing as a minor league.
No, fucking 1 is the biggest Asian MMA promotion out there, I think.
Fan base is bigger than UFC.
Yep, fucking A,
because
right.
You know why? There are fucking billions of people on that side of the world.
And a lot of them like fighting. A few fights on the UFC Fight Night 152. Dos Anjos versus Lee, coming to you live from Rochester.
What was RDA's last outing?
He had... Let's see here. Let me pull up that motherfucker's...
He's a guy that really operates on
he's
momentum.
Actually dropped 2 in a row. He lost Colby at 225 and lost to Usman at Ultimate Fighter finale on November 30th.
There's no shame in that, but, man, that's a trend. I'm going Kevin Lee, unfortunately, which he lost his last outing too. But Kevin Lee, this is still the same. This is, what, a 155, right?
No, it's 170.
Okay. I want to see Kevin Lee at this weight class because I think that cut was killing him. And RDA is, let's face it, he's an underpowered 170 and an overpowered 155.
He's 3-2 since he was gonna get it. He fought Colby. That fight was for the interim belt.
Yeah.
Of course.
Now we got to listen to his ass.
Yeah. So. Goddamn. That's really what made me check out RDA's career. It's like, goddamn, man, you gave Colby Covington a platform to do his stupid shit.
Yeah.
But I think which I'm gonna pick RDA in that because I can't pick Kevin Lee in any fights. I just don't like him.
I don't like him either, but I'll pick him in this one just because if I'm having to pick winners, that's what I'm going to do.
Right. Did pretty well last week. God damn, man. I hope Rose, I don't know if Rose is retired yet or not, but I hope she sticks around.
If she's got the money to buy her farm that she wants, I say go for that.
This is going to be your fight of the night, I think, and we'll close with this. Charles Oliveira, not the one you hate, the lightweight.
Okay.
The one that fucking rear naked chokes everybody. David Tamer, anaconda choke. Jim Miller, rear naked choke. Christos Gallegos, rear naked choke. Clay Guida, guillotine choke. Last loss was December 2nd, 2017 to one of my favorite gingers, Paul Felder. Beat Will Brooks, which everybody beat Will Brooks.
Right.
But this is the one that makes weight. 26-8, black belt in BJJ, stone cold killer on the ground fighting Nick Lentz. Nick Lentz ain't nothing to sneeze at either.
Used to be better. I'll give him that. But
won his last two against Gray Maynard, and these guys have fought the same people. Now, and Charles Oliveira's fought Nick Lentz back in May of 2015, which he lost via, big shocker, guillotine choke.
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira don't knock people out unless he's cutting off blood flow to your brain.
He chokes you out. But that's the thing that also gets him in trouble sometimes, is that overcommitment to that. Yeah. You know what his game plan is going to be.
Well, yeah, if he doesn't get that done, he's usually, of course, he did have back-to-back losses for guillotine chokes against Pettis and Lamas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does hold the UFC record for most submission wins at 11. Actually, he's extended that to 13.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So,
and that's all ESPN Plus, too, right?
I believe so, yes.
All right, cool. So we'll watch that shit in 4K.
Let's get to some picks.
All right. Picks this week. Let's see. What you drinking?
Drinking malt liquor, son.
God damn. All right. I'll go ahead and run Budweiser. I got to be a good boy tonight because I've got shit to do tomorrow.
What do you got?
Work.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's right. I forgot you had two to do.
Yeah. Slamming back the old Budweiser today, and that's probably going to be about it. I didn't buy any liquor for that purpose because I know I'd get it deep in it, and then I'd be hung over in a parking lot tomorrow.
That's true.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
No. Let's see. On to let's see what you listening to this week.
You know, I go a little different. I'm going to be listening to that fucking raspy Josh Hartnett looking guy. Not Josh Barnett. Guy from Pearl Harbor. I can never remember that guy's name. The guy that does a song for the Deadwood movie trailer.
Oh, not Coulter Wall, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, wow. Goddamn.
I like that guy. I can only listen to his singing style for about 15 minutes, though.
Yeah. Well,
when I need some a little energy. But, man, that guy fucking can sing a song.
Dude can play, like, murder ballads, and he, like, kind of does, like, a one-man show with, like, a bass drum with a kick.
That's what I like about him. He gets shit done by himself. Him and Tyre Childers needs to do a co-headline tour. That's actually kind of cool. I don't know, just out of simplicity, probably. I don't know, man. Actually, I kind of want to get back to my roots a little bit. Maybe some Moon Sorrow this week. Oh,
probably
gigging.
You might Nalka, probably actually their latest release. I've kind of really been rediscovering that. So
it is one of their more heavier albums.
Yeah,
I mean all their albums are heavy, but that one fucking has an edge to it.
Right. Fight picks.
I think Charles Oliveira is going to break out. He has a lot of chokes. Fuck that. He's going to get a twister in this one.
A twister?
Charles Oliveira twister on Nick Lentz.
Yeah. I would actually probably say he's going to do something that's kind of blows everybody's mind. It's going to be like one of the more simple ones, like a fucking omoplata or something like that. Yeah.
Well, if you get an Oma or a go-go on someone, everybody talks about it because apparently that's day one shit you learn not to get caught in.
Right, yeah. That's why I think that might be a big shocker, but all right, cool.
A shock.
Well, there we go. Let's go drink a couple beers and fucking get in this Friday.
I think it's time.
Mastodon, maybe. Blue Walsh, that's another good one.
Ooh,
listen to that shit. If you're not familiar, you better get familiar. All right. See you next week.
Let's go get drunk.